Hello YouTube. Today I will show you more stuff you could do with your iOS4 iPod. Another quick update. Do not update to 4.02 because that pretty much breaks your jailbreak, and the only jailbreak available for those is the iPod 2nd Gen and the iPhone 3G. So let's go ahead and get started. The first tweak, of course, you probably may have already noticed, would be Smoothboard. Yes, Smoothboard is now compatible with the iOS4 update. So pretty much all you have to do is to just do that. As you can see, I could just make it move, and I can make it stay in the middle, which is pretty cool. A little easier, and in case you want to lock in, all you have to do is just do that, and it'll lock into the page, just in case. Of course, if you do this, your folders will not open. So, but that's why you have to have most of the stuff from page 2 in order for it to open. So yeah, this is technically considered page 1, but this is considered page 2. So of course, it's a little buggy on that. But overall, it's a pretty darn good app. Next, I will show you would be, one thing I'm going to tell you is that all the Infinities are now compatible with the iOS 4. As I showed you previously in my old videos, the first one to come out with the iOS 4 was the Infinite Folders, where you can have more than 12 icons on one page. Of course, with the you could also have the Infinite Dock, which is also compatible with the iOS 4 update. And now, which most hesitant people have been waiting for, was the Infinite Board. Infinite Board now works with the iOS 4 completely. It may be a little buggy with the folders, but it works pretty well. Then thanks to all the Infinities, I now have 4 pages of apps instead of 9 or 6. Of course, I put all my games in one part, and it's pretty cool how you do it with the Infinities, with the Smoothboard, where you could actually do both, which is pretty cool. Now, next thing I'm going to show you will be the little sound thing. I forgot what it was called. So all the Infinities are working pretty well. Mobile music sound, I think that's what it's called, or mobile sounds. I forget what it was called, but it does work with your iTouch. Just a quick demonstration. You hear the little sound that the Mac OS does as well. That is compatible with the iOS 4 as well, which is pretty cool. There's pretty much no use of it, just to show off, I guess, but it does entertain a little when you put up the volume and stuff. Another thing I will show you will be iWhiteboard. iWhiteboard is now compatible with iOS 4, and it is now free. You don't have to pay for it anymore. So yeah, let's just say I want to draw something on this. The original stage is where you shake or double tap. I forget which one, but thanks to Activator, I set it up to where you only put the volume down, then up. So iWhiteboard, all it does is, oops, sorry about that. So this is what iWhiteboard will do. Sorry about that. Okay, iWhiteboard would volume up, down, then up. Try that again. Down, up. Alright. Okay, it's a little... Okay, let's try this again. Down, up. And then you get this drawing mode active. Now, technically, nothing will work right now, per se. So, technically, all you have to do is just that, and then you could draw on your iTouch. Some stuff still work on it, even though it shouldn't. But apparently, let's just click the home button, get rid of that, and there you go. Which is pretty cool. Double tap to change your colors. I take it most people already know about it, so yeah, which is pretty cool to do, especially when you're loading up Cydia and you have nothing else to do. You could just yeah, just start drawing on your iPod. I put it to up and down because everything else was taken, So down, up. You have to do it really fast. There you go. And yeah, just draw around. And if you triple tap, it'll all go gone. Double tap, and then you get more. You can save to photo library, upload to image shack, clear screen, and then there's the eraser mode. Not really beneficial, but it does entertain you when you're waiting for stuff like Cydia to actually load up. Next thing I will show you that's compatible with the iOS4 will be, well, 27 megs. Let me free up memory here a little. Okay, the next thing I will show you that's compatible with the iOS4 would be Tab Plus. It works with pretty much anything. Let's just wait for this to load up. As you can see, I have 5 tabs open, each for everything I use. So let's check a new tab. Now I have 6 more tabs. Now I have 7, 8, 9. Of course, 9 is the max number, but thanks with Tab Plus, you could have more. So right there, we have a lot more than we should have. And yeah, everything pretty much works. Say I want to go to google.com and then go to any of the other blanks. So you can have a lot more apps. Of course, this is also works with the iPad, and it's pretty cool to have, I guess. But those are only people who use the Safari web browser a lot. Alright. So now that we have Tab Plus over with, we're going to also show you one of our other favorites that wasn't compatible with the iOS4 but has been recently updated yesterday, and that'll be MXTube. Of course, most of you know that MXTube lets you download YouTube videos, and now with the new iOS4 update, we could now actually add more videos. So let's go to MXTube, save. We go to anything. Let's just search up my channel. So Fire Adani 212. Of course, I don't know. It says it works on a native backgrounder. Say this one has over 6,000 views. I could either have stream high or low, or even download. Say I want to download high. Okay. And then, as you can see, it's still loading up. I think it's downloading right now. So let's go to close, and there you go. It's downloading at a pretty good rate, I guess. High quality. You could also stream it, but MXTube is not compatible. Although I do prefer YourTube, but of course that's not compatible with the iOS4 yet, and they haven't made an update. Another thing that you might want to keep in mind that works, if you're like a downloader freak like I am, then you would actually want to get Safari Download Manager. That has also been updated for the iOS4. So let's say I want to go to New Tab, and then go to, let's say, amini.net. Let's go there. Wait for it a while. Okay, I forgot the site, so let's try another site. So let's say I want to go to Mega Upload or Mega Video, whatever. Ooh, I know a good site. So say I want to go to imp4movies.com. imp4 movies technically lets you download movies free. Most of them are DVD quality. So let's say I want to download The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Never really had it. And there's a mid-upload file. So we're just going to do that real quick. And then I am, of course, going to be a free download. So we're going to wait for that to load up. Of course, you know, other stuff is more faster than this. So we're going to put 1990. Wait for the 20-second count. So we'll put done. Oops, something's popped up. Well, ads. Damn them. So we're just gonna wait for this, I guess. Close that. Oops. Close that. And then the 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So let's go create download link. So we're just going to wait for this to load up. Of course, Safari Download Manager is free. It lets you download pretty much anything. And if you want to view any music files, anything like that, all you have to do is go to iFile. Of course, iFile now works for the iOS4 and lets you do a whole rack of stuff, like change stuff. It's a lot better than actually SSHing. So this is going to take a while. So you pretty much know the principles of it, I guess. So let's go ahead and press the home button, exit out of that. Of course, on my if you want to know my background settings, it's pretty much auto or whatever it is. And yeah, I think that's all of it, guys. I think. Oh, one other thing I would like to show you is that there's actually something called pop-up colors, which is also compatible with iOS4. As you can see, this is red instead of the purple. You could actually change it to other colors, but yeah, I prefer red because, yeah. So you can actually do that with any pop-up, any notifications you'll get to the color you choose, which is pretty neat. The purple was pretty much boring me, but thanks to that, I could actually do many stuff with it. Of course, everything else works. Let's see here. You could actually there's the Safari Download Manager if you want to turn it off and on. The UI Faker, of course, if most people don't already know, it lets you use full sites instead of the regular mobile site. I don't know what's wrong with mine, but yeah, all of these are pretty much compatible with the iOS4. Let me put this password in. So yeah, all of these are pretty much compatible with the iOS4 update, and yeah, my iPod may be a little slow. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the stuff I have backgrounded. So as you can see, you have Infinite Board. I recommend having it on basic settings because otherwise you'll have a whole rack of glitches, as well as Infinite Dock and Infinite Folders. And then you have the iWhiteboard enabled, and you could actually do all of that. There's the Octopus Lock Info. All of these are, and Wi-Fi Select. Of course, Wi-Fi Select is almost compatible, I guess. All you have to do is this, and then you get that. But that's all it pretty much does until they make an update for it. QTweeter also works. You could actually update your Facebook and Twitter account using QTweeter. This is pretty cool. In case you could do it on any app, just go like that, which is also pretty neat. Yeah, QTweeter, just not gonna update my Facebook. Say like this: I'm making YouTube video, YouTube vid, okay, and then return, update status, and it will update your Twitter or Facebook account depending on which ones you have on. Of course, you'll have that noise. Then you can check your Facebook and Twitter, see if it actually shows up, and it will. So these are pretty much all that I have for this week. A lot of stuff has been updated. I like MXTube. I prefer Safari, the YourTube, which will be pretty helpful once it comes out. So I hope you guys liked this video as much as the rest you have watched. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll have all of that. We'll have more tweaks and stuff, updates for next week. So subscribe if you feel like getting more stuff, like more tweaks that could be compatible with the iOS4. So thanks for watching. This has been my video. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you later.